January 31st, 2023. My name is Jacob.
And I'm Mila. Welcome back to DSN. In U.S. news, a series of winter storms have struck California since late December, finally beginning to slow down on January 17, 2023. The historic levels of rain and snow have caused rivers to overflow and flood roads and homes. California begins a long expense storm recovery.
In world news, ancient Roman monuments are still standing. The secret lies in tiny clumps known as lime cast. They have been found between the concrete wall and all of ancient Roman construction. Researchers had always believed the clumps were a result of sloppy mixing, but the engineering professor at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology suspected they had served a purpose.
In local news, the town of Buckeye celebrated its anniversary with Buckeye Days this past weekend. Saturday began with the parade and cattle drive, followed by a cookout and Wild West show. The day ended with a rodeo.
Let's go over to Layla with This Week in History.
This Week in History, my name is Layla. On February 2nd, 1887, Groundhog Day was celebrated for the first time at Gobbler's Knob in Pennsylvania. According to tradition, if a groundhog comes out of its hole on this day and sees its shadow, it gets scared and runs back into its burrow. Predicting 6 more weeks of winter weather, no shadow means an early spring. In 1876, the National League of Professional Baseball Clubs, which came to be more commonly known as the National League, was formed. In 1848, the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo was signed, ending the Mexican-American War. This treaty added over 500,000 miles of land to the United States, which would later become the states of Arizona, New Mexico, California, Nevada, and Utah. See you next time on This Week in History.
Now let's go over to Malachi and Really with sports.
Welcome to sports. My name is Malachi.
And I am Rudy.
In football news, the conference championship games were played this past weekend. These are the 2 teams that will meet on the Super Bowl on February 12th.
The Phoenix Suns were playing the Toronto Raptors at home last night. Tomorrow they take on the Atlanta Hawks.
In hockey news, the Arizona Coyotes played the Ducks in Anaheim on Saturday. They do not play again until Monday when they take on the Minnesota Wild.
Valley Varsity basketball team were up against Odyssey Institute this past Friday. Tonight they'll take on the Kingmen. Go Phoenix!
That is all for today. See you next time on Sports News.
Over to Ella and Brielle with entertainment news.
Welcome to Entertainment News. I'm Ella.
And I'm Brielle.
If you are a fan of the Fun Jungle series by Stuart Gibbs, you may want to check out his new book, Whale Done. After a dead whale washes up on shore, Teddy Fitzroy is looking for answers for what killed it. And then someone makes it explode. Can you figure out who blew up the whale and why tons of sand has gone missing?
A news reporter in Santiago, Chile had the surprise of his life. While reporting on thefts happening in the area, a parrot landed on his shoulder. It startled him, but the reporter kept on with his story until the parrot stole his earbud out of his ear and flew off. The video of the bird thief went viral. Fortunately, the reporter has been able to get his earbud back.
See you next week on Entertainment News.
Now let's go over to Marley and Maverick with Science Time.
Welcome to Science Time. My name is Marley.
And I am Maverick.
9-year-old Molly Sampson and her 17-year-old sister Natalie had only one item on their Christmas list last year. They wanted chest-high waterproof overalls to go shark tooth hunting like professionals. Their wish was granted on Christmas morning. The sisters set out to Maryland's Calvert Beach with their father to put their new equipment to use.
The tide was particularly low, and Molly fearlessly walked through the frigid 10-degree Fahrenheit ocean water. In less than half an hour, the 4th grader noticed something big beneath the water surface. To her delight, it was exactly what she had hoped to find, a megalodon shark tooth. It was a massive 5-inch long tooth.
See you next week with more Science Time.
Back over to Ellen and Brielle with Fun Fact Trivia.
Welcome to Fun Fact Trivia. My name is Ella.
And I'm Brielle. Did you know that today, January 31st, is Inspire Your Heart with Art Day?
This day encourages us to ponder how art affects our hearts. Art is valued and appreciated for all sorts of reasons.
Your question for today is true or false?
Art was used as a means to tell stories depicting the history and culture of a civilization.
True or false? You have 10 seconds to make your decision. If you said true, you are correct.
Art was once used to depict history and culture. Later, art evolved and was used as a means to express an individual's thoughts and feelings.
Fun fact, there are so many ways to celebrate this day. Visit an art gallery, listen to music, play an instrument, go to a ballet, or make your own masterpiece.
See you next time on Fun Fact Trivia.
Back over to Layla with the word of the week.
Word of the week. My name is Layla. This week's word is repetition. Repetition is a noun and it means the act or process of repeating. Here's how it can be used in a sentence. Repetition is a good way to learn how to say difficult words. See you next time on Word of the Week.
Miranda with a special guest with Joke of the Week.
Hello, and welcome to Joke of the Week. My name is Miranda, and my guest today is Brianna from first grade. So what's your joke?
My joke is knock knock.
Who's there?
Boo.
Boo hoo.
Don't cry, it's only a joke.
Great joke, Brianna. See you next week.
Thank you, Miranda. That is all for this week's episode of DSN.
See you next week.